Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Journey to Winning the Way Life. I'm your host, Life Pastor Kyle, for all things winning. This is the journey. This is the journey you want to be on for this season. Really for the rest of your life, for winning anyway life. Come on in, like, share, tag, let someone know that you're on and that you're in. When you come in, hit those hearts, hit those likes, let me know that you're in. We can go from there and be able to know that you're here. Want to make sure we honor those who take the time to get up in the morning. It's early in the morning. Hello, Andrea Thomas. How you doing? It is early in the morning, and we're back. Hello, Kevin Matthews. Good morning. Cause Divine. Brittany Blake. Good morning, everyone. Listen, this is the journey, and we are on this journey, and I mean to make sure we get everything out of the journey that we desire and that we hope for in this season. Hello, Brittany Blake, Chris Blake, Kara Dulu, Manny, Ashley. People are coming in strong. So I want you to be able to let me know what's happening, Naya. And so good morning. Well, first of all, good morning, Naya. Want to know what's going on. And I see Miss Stephanie Carrington there. And this morning, let's get into it. I want to talk about this walking in favor. It's going to be amazing ways to walk in favor. I believe we can get preaching and get all the teaching we want, get everything we want. But I do also believe that if we don't get application, that we're not able to do. Hey, Dwayne, good to see you, sir. We don't get application, then we won't be able to apply what we really see, what we really have, and what we really know. And so we need to have the application of what we need to get done. How we sound, Naya? Naya just ignored me this morning. Maybe she still knows. And Tamisha Figaro. Okay. All right. So it's going to be really good today. Like, share, tag someone, find someone, let them know that we're on. Good morning to Wonder Car. I want you to find someone, tell them, say, hey, look, just go online, go to their page and tag them, say, hey, look, get on here. Hello, Valencia. Valencia to my hello, everyone. They can't see you yet. I see you. Hello, me. How you doing? Good morning. It's going to be a great weekend, you guys. A great, great weekend. Why? Because we have entered December. We've entered the end. Oh, my God. So you got to pull out all the stops. Good morning, Mr. Tamla Ricks. Good morning, Tisa Collier. You have to put out all the stops and make December count. It is amazing already. Hello, Mr. Nita Holloway. Good to see you. I'm not going to wait till I got another minute to say hello. Okay. I see Mabel coming in. Brittany Blake said, yes, Lord. Yeah, we at the end. Hello, First Lady. Hello to everyone in the house. Listen, for those of you who thought you wouldn't make it through the rest of the year, listen, you're already here. You've made it. You survived, and you are doing amazing. I'm here to tell you that you're doing amazing. So don't trip. Don't let the devil fool you. Hello, Jackie Cease. Don't let anything come into your mind to distract you. You are doing amazing. Pastor Eric Mosley, how you doing, man? Been seeing you doing a wonderful job. Your consistency is amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. I see you online all the time, man. And so, listen, y'all, let's get into the lesson. I don't want to keep you long. I know in Jamaica, I only did like 28 minutes. I get home and I'm like, oh my God, this is where I do it. Hello, Lady Evans. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good morning, Mr. Sidney Morris Jr. I'll see you in just a few hours. Praise the Lord. Yes, I'm ready. Laura Sales, good morning. How you doing, sir? Listen, let's talk about ways to walk in favor. It's going to be kind of deep and quick, but it's going to be really good because if you have pens, if you're not getting ready for work, I'll go back and hear this one. Hello, Geraldine Shelvin. God bless you. Good morning. Good to see you. Dr. Kenneth Davis, good morning, man. Listen, ways to walk in favor. There's so many different things going on. Mr. Lester Blunt, good morning, sir. You have to be focused at the end of the year. We're now in December. Y'all get it? We're now in December. We're planning now. Most people are planning for the holidays. I'm planning for the holy days. What's the holy day? Holy day is next year. What do you mean? I mean, I'm planning for what God's going to do. Hello, Lady Andrea Richards. Good to see you. What God's going to do next year. I'm in preparation by going through what I'm going through now. Y'all are making me mess up my notes. So I have to fix that right quick. I can't give y'all my notes here. Let me go back. Walking in favor is not about people saying that you're walking in favor. It's not about people saying what you do. It's not about people saying who you are and what you have. Walking in favor is about living with a sense of abundance and blessing on your life. Hello, Shay Williams. Good morning. Praying health and healing for you. Hello, Denai. Walking in favor is a living every day. Every day. That's why I don't do winning seasons. I do winning. Hey, good morning, Joanne. I do winning anyway life, because I'm not walking for a season of my life. Good morning, Raquel Kyle. I'm walking with a sense of abundance and blessing that's on, in, and over my life. On, in, and over my life. So with that sense of abundance on my life, then favor is released. But there are some things you have to do to walk like this. You have to adjust your mindset. You have to adjust your mind. You can't have the same mindset everyone else has and keep it going. Hello, Crystal Burton. You have to adjust your mindset, because if you don't adjust your mindset, you'll be in a winning situation wondering. Y'all missed it. You'll be in a winning situation wondering. Wondering, W-A-N-D-E-R, wondering around it, not knowing what it is, or you'll be wondering in your head, is this really for me? You have to adjust your mindset in order to walk in this kind of favor. And then you have to know something about yourself. You have to know, in spite of everything that you've been through, in spite of everything that you're going through, I'm more than a conqueror. Watch this, in my business and in life. You got it? I'm more than a conqueror. I am more than a conqueror in business and in life. I'm not just here. Hello, Lisa Abraham. Good to see you. God bless you. Hello, Emma Shelvin. I'm more than a conqueror in business and in life. You can't just quote that and then, really be frustrated. Quote that and have headaches. Quote that and have high blood pressure because of your job, not just because of life, but your job. You can't quote that and not do it. You have to believe I am more than a conqueror in business and in life, which means my business is better because of me. And everyone I come in contact with is better because of me, because of my business and because of my life. I'm on the way somewhere. Yeah, because 26 of you on here, 36 if you're on here, at least send a like or a heart. If you're not snooping, just hit a heart or hit the like button, the thumbs up button. I can at least know that you were here. When you decide to walk in this favor, you have to begin to renew your mind early, not just Bible, but in everything you do. You have to realize you are the sought after. The Bible says that God seeks for true worshipers. He seeks for people who are going to be consistent in their value of him, worthship, their value of who he is. So he seeks for true worshipers, because they that worship him, they that value him, must value him in spirit and in truth. Y'all missed it. Worthship. They that value him must value him in your spiritual life, but in truth, in reality. They must come together. Your logic and your spiritual life can't be separate. That is spiritual, what's the word I want to use? Schizophrenic, because you'll never have a real answer for anything. You'll always just have thoughts. And so you'll tell yourself, I am the sought after. I am the sought after. People seek after me because I have good advice from God. Hello, Miss Lee. People seek after my business because I have good help. They seek after my wisdom. People seek after, I heard something last night, and I'll tell you about it later, about grieving. It's going to be major. And so I'm the sought after because God seeks for true worshipers. So I put myself in a place where when God seeks after me, whoever seeks after God can also find me too. Get it? Yeah, I see you, Dexter. I see y'all. I see you, Ms. Darjean. I see his wife. And then you have to fix your mind. Let me calm down. You got to fix your mind. You have to lock your mind around this. You have to lock your mind around who you really are to God. And once you lock your mind around it, then you can have your next upgrade. If I was saying it in a different way, I would say, "Hello, Mama Pat, good to see you." I would say, lock your mind around your now, or you'll never get to your next. Hello, Demeter Fields. How you doing? Good to see you. Listen, in order to do this on a consistent basis, you have to position yourself around fruitful people. You have to position yourself around fruitful people. That's people who desire results, people who desire to be better, people who desire to learn. You can't always position yourself around people who agree. You have to position yourself around people who are fruitful. Hey, Tarika Hood, good to see you. Who are fruitful people? People who can, see, here's the deal. We position ourselves around people who agree with us, and then we end up not getting what we really want because we've not placed ourselves around pushers. Here we go, Aaron Fleeks. Good morning. People who are fruitful people who can help you deal with you. People who do not submit themselves to levels of accountability are people who think they are already okay or have their own levels. They're self-teachers. Self-teachers are good for some things, but they are horrible for others. Because then when you get them, you've already gotten everything you can be taught because that's all who they are. And then you have to deal with people, be around people who can help you deal with the real issues of your life. Not your Instagram account. Hey, Canvas, good to see you. Not what you post. And y'all need to be a little more disciplined next year in what you post. Matter of fact, this month, because y'all tell the devil where to hit you. Y'all tell him exactly what's going on in your minds. And Facebook is dumb enough to ask you, what are you thinking? And you dumb enough to answer. I did say that because Facebook is not a person. It's a host. Whew. Facebook is a host. It becomes whatever you feed it. And if you feed it your fears, then the demonic host of it will take your fears and show people that don't even know you. They'll come into agreement with you in your fears. So that all things are lawful but not expedient. Just because it's real don't mean I need to say it. Because once I say it, the Bible says, take no thought saying. Hey, Felicia Oakley. Take no thought saying, which means it's not a thought, it's not evidence, it's not proof, it is not essential until you say it. But because Facebook has no voice, when you type it, you say it. Let me go further with this. Here it is. When you write it, you just made it part. I want to just slap the hell out of somebody right there. Because when you write it, it becomes your vision. Write the vision. So now I see your lack. I see your mindset. Y'all wonder, why Pastor be so hard? Because you've told the world your foolish business, and now you want me to come save you when you've already got agreement with witches, warlocks, and everybody else who don't even know you, because you keep spewing your feelings, because you won't place yourself around people who you can talk to, who you can trust, who you can be honest with, who can tell you that's not the way it's going to be, and trust God. And when they do, you get an attitude because you want somebody to help you be in a pity party. That is not how you walk in favor, and you will never win like that. Because you have a lack of friends, so you made Facebook your friend. So now you just tell it everything. You write vision. The reason why some of y'all can't get anywhere, because you wrote the GPS of your vision in garbage. You just write whatever you think, whatever you feel. And then you turn around and tap the button and ask Facebook, what will I be doing in 2024? You got a prophet in your life. You don't respect the prophet in your life. You see everybody else coming up, and you still got an issue with something you heard long years ago. You won't tie into it. Hey, Dr. Rubin, good to see you. And then you get on Facebook and let Facebook prophesy to you. You deserve whatever you get, because I'm telling you, and you know better, but you decide, I'm going to do what I want to do. That is not the favor of God you will walk in. You will declare your own life when you type on Facebook every day. You will write the vision, since you can't say. And so once you write it, it's said, it's spoken. It's the spoken word that you've actually typed. So once it's spoken, the Bible says, take no thought saying, which means don't receive it by saying it. You can think it. It may come to your mind. You may feel it, but don't you say it. Because once you type it or you say it, then it becomes a part of your life. How did I get out there? I'm really in a zone. So let me talk to you just a bit. Hello, Deja Young. You're a tad bit late. Should have been here. I'm just kidding. I enjoyed our conversation last night. It was very good, too. So you have to take the time to deal with the real you. Take the time to deal with the real you. Take the time. Stop complaining to other people about you, and take the time to deal with the real you. Got it? I'm not referring to the you that you show everyone. I'm referring to the you that you show everyone. I'm referring to the you that you show everyone. I'm referring to the you that you show everyone. I'm referring to the you that you show everyone. I'm referring to the you that you show everyone. I'm referring to the you that you show everyone. I'm referring to the you that you show everyone. I'm referring to the you that you show everyone. I'm referring to the you that you show everyone. I'm referring to the you that you show everyone. I'm referring to the you that you show everyone. I'm referring to the you that you show everyone. I'm referring to the you that you show everyone. I'm referring to the you that you show everyone. I'm referring to the you that you show everyone. I'm referring to the you that you show everyone. I'm referring to the you that you show everyone. I'm referring to the you that you show everyone. I'm referring to the you that you show everyone. I'm referring to the you that you show everyone. I'm referring to the you that you show everyone. I'm referring to the you that you show everyone. I'm referring to the you that you show everyone. I'm referring to the you that you show everyone. I'm referring to the you that you show everyone to the you that God is trying to get close to. Got it? I'm referring to the you that God's trying to get close to. Why? Because you have to get yourself ready for a winning anyway life. Okay? Now I'm through preaching. I've done my thing. Good morning, Wandale Brewer. I'm through preaching. Now I'm on a coach. I'm on coach now. Because in order to sustain your winning anyway life, there are 5 things you have to do. I'm going to give you 5 points. I've given you 2 of them before. And I'm going to give you, 3 before. I'm going to give you them again in a different way because I'm going back to the same point. Number 1, you have to deal honestly with yourself. Deal honestly with yourself. How do I really deal with me? Let me help some stragglers. Let me ask you, if you're a person that need help, you say, I just keep making the same mistake. I can't move forward, seem like, or I keep picking the wrong choices. I keep doing, my word for me, dumb thing. If you're that person, just say me, and I'm going to help you. The rest of y'all just kind of hang on. We'll get to yours in a minute. But if that's you, come on. I need to deal with why is it I can't deal honestly with me? I keep focusing on everyone else. Okay, Chris Blake, I see you. You're not the only one. I'm waiting for like 5 more, and then I'll come hit you, and we'll run with it. Tarika Hood, Felicia Oakley, Pamela Anderson, Eric Trott, Valencia. I am Darjean. Here it is, y'all. Let me tell you. Pamela, let me tell you. Number 1, here is why you don't deal honestly with yourself. Because you haven't looked at yourself through the eyes of God. You haven't seen the benefits of being free. Carla said, I like this, y'all. Look at this. She said, I have focus, but my focus needs focus. Did y'all get that? That's a real reality. Hey, Vivian Zink, my focus needs focus. The only reason why you don't have focus, Carlos, or we can't keep the focus is because we don't see the benefits of being free. I'll prove it. If you want to go on vacation and it takes a certain amount of money and you don't or can't save money, you don't pay. Let's be honest. You don't pay your bills on time. You don't pay back money you borrowed on time. You do that most of that money in the store, you go by and get the store, the paycheck, loans, you don't pay any of that on time. You just have situations and you think you're in financial ruin because you're going through something. You got it? And then some friends say, hey, we're going to Jamaica in the summer. It's going to cost $1,200 or $2,000. For some reason, because you can see yourself with your friends on a vacation you've never been on. You can see yourself. You watching the videos. You look at Instagram, look at Facebook. You encourage yourself. You begin to save money and do things to make money because you do what it takes to make sure you have what it takes to get on that trip because you can see the benefit of it. For you, I get to get away from everybody. I can do whatever. You do what it takes. I'm convinced most people don't deal honestly with themselves because they think too much of themselves already now. They don't see the benefit of being a better person. They don't see the benefit of being a bigger person. They don't see the benefit of changing. They don't see the benefit of growing. They don't see the benefit of maturing. All they see is the them that they've painted in front of the eyes of people. And so therefore, they don't see a reason to deal honestly with themselves until who they are and what they are crashes. And once it crashes, then all of a sudden, I'll tell y'all that in a minute. It's another one. Then they start to be honest about where they are. When you're in the situation is the time that you should be honest about it, not when you've lost it. That helps somebody. So to sustain your winning life on your way to faith and favor and win, I'm in all these areas right now. It's just getting exciting for me. You have to deal honestly with yourself. Okay. Number 2, I gave you some before. You have to ponder possibilities. Go ahead and deal with the possibilities that are in your life, which means you have to count up the cost. Bible says no man starts to build without counting up the cost. Some of y'all just like to talk and then you don't count up what it takes to get it done. You have to count up the cost of what it takes to get these things in your life done that you say. Number 3, You have to purge yourself of distractions. It's that time again. We're in December the 1st. So everything in November back for me is a distraction. Now, if I use it as a seed or I use it as an expectation, that's my responsibility. But if it hasn't jumped in front of me and pulling me forward, or if it's not pushing me in my back to a place of joy in God for next year, it's a distraction. If it's not pushing me or pulling me, it's a distraction. I'm not going to stop and deal with distractions any longer. I don't care how important you are to me. Your importance must be a seed that I'm sowing into you now to watch you in your harvest in my future. If you are determined not to be in my future, and God has shown me that you're not consistent in your moving forward, then you are a distraction. You are not my assignment. Purge yourself of distractions. I can no longer invest millionaire time for a quarter return. That's not good. It's not good to invest a lot of time in something that gives you absolutely nothing back. Can I take y'all? Can I go? If I can go deep, just type the word deep real quick. I'm gonna tag into the C. I'm gonna make a C a part 2. Just about the investment. If I can go deep, just type deep real quick. Come on, y'all. I didn't want to stay this long. I want to try and do it. I didn't make it be through. Listen. Okay, Mabel said deep. You sure, Mabel? Okay, here we go. Oh, here we go, Sydney. Here we go. Here we go, TC. Here we go. Listen. And you have to be careful of the return on investment. It has to be the same type of it. When I invest in Apple, I expect my return. Yeah, I have stock in Apple, Microsoft, Under Armour, my own brand, which I'm getting delivered today, a bunch of those, praise the Lord. When I invest in Apple, I'm looking for Apple to give me a return. And it's the same kind of return. I don't want to invest all my time in Apple and Apple give me an apple. No, I want that full investment. Which means if I'm investing hard in you and you're giving me head return, I'm going to renegotiate the terms of that. What do you mean? I'm going to renegotiate because I'm giving hard. You're giving me leftover. Not a good investment. Not worth my time or my talent. It's not worth it. So I have to purge myself of anything that becomes a distraction. Number 4, removing. You have to, y'all ready? You have to involve yourself in genuine impartation conversations. Whew. You have to involve yourself in genuine impartation conversations. What is that? That means you need to have conversations with people that are saying things that becomes an impartation for you. Y'all missed it. It becomes an impartation for you. It becomes a blessing for you. It seeds into your future. It covers, hey, Kendra Lincoln, it covers your past. It comforts your now, and it prepares you for your future. If we're just having conversation, every time we talk, you have an issue or a problem with me, then I'm going to stop talking to you because I don't want to cause you problems. If you don't trust me, I have no problem with that. But my trust is not willy-nilly, which means once you let me know, and I know, I got a post in my phone that said, just because I smile doesn't mean I don't, just because I shouldn't even tell y'all. I'll say it. It's nicer when I say it. Just because even though I see the disrespect in your eyes, I can still see it behind your smile. What does that mean? It means just because you're smiling, I can still see. And I'm really a prophet. I'm just mature enough now to smile with you. Same energy. You know what I mean? So here we go. You have to involve yourself in genuine impartation conversations. I have so many conversations, very few of them are impartation conversations. Why? Because most people only want to talk because they have not been heard. Hey, Maria, I see your class. You let me know. Your third class, first period. Got you. Thank you, Maria. I appreciate that. Listen, Most people want to talk because they have not been heard. I'm not your garbage can. My assignment and responsibility is to listen until I can hear enough of where you can be led or pushed. But I'm not here to hear why you have an issue and who won't listen to you. That's not my responsibility anymore. Evaluate the people that you connect yourself to. Talk to the person you have the problem with. Don't talk to me about it. Because once I give you information and responsibility to how to handle it, for you to not go and handle it is disrespect, dishonorable, and disobedience. Now it's going to get worse, and I have no responsibility to fix it because it's not my issue. That's why you should involve yourself in genuine impartation conversations. You should enjoy being around people that when you talk to them, every time you get around them, you're vibrant, you're excited. When the phone rings, you see their name, you get a joy and excitement. It may not be church. It just may be your business. It may be what's happening in your life. It may be what's happening in the earth. It may be information that when you leave their presence, you are stronger. When you leave their presence, you are wiser. When you leave their presence, you have a sense of peace and you know something you didn't know. So you grew when you were in their presence. That's a genuine impartation conversation. Those are the ones you should begin to involve yourself in more frequently. Got it? Number 5, last one in this area. Connect yourself with people that will push you to execute. Connect yourself with people who will not just agree and chill with you, but will push you to execute and say, no, you're not going to do that. That's not where we're stopping. That's not where we're going. That's not where we're stopping, not where we're going. You're going to execute. You're going to do this. You're going to do this. They may be able to tell you to execute what you've already written. They know where you're going. They know what you've said. Sometimes, often, it's a person who you've submitted yourself to. Good morning, Carmen Vargas, and happy birthday. 2 weeks ago, 7 days, 6 days. Good morning. And so, yeah, connect to people who will push you to execute. You got it? They will push you to execute. That means they have to have some insight in your life. There are so many people who like to know everything about everybody and then act as if their life is so important to keep their life private. You're not private. You're just somebody who don't really see the value in your life. And the only value you see is by evaluating yourself by other people. You shouldn't do that. That's very, very, very dangerous, because then you end up with a disease called comparisonitis. You should really look at people to learn from them how to better who you are. You got it? You want people who say, execute, do what you should do. You said you're going to do this. When you going to do it? Those are your real friends. The ones who don't say anything to you are people who you've either shunned away, pushed away, or they just don't really care because you didn't execute. So you became a distraction, a waste of time. I'm smiling. Okay, next. Because here's the deal. You need to set that up in your life so all these things make one big ball and it becomes your lifestyle. I'm going to say something that y'all going to get spiritually, prophetically, and naturally. Ready? Spiritually, prophetically, and naturally. You ready? Now, y'all ain't mad with me. I brought my own cheers with me. I brought my own claps. So if y'all don't say nothing, I'm good. I paid for them. Here we go. The lifestyle that you set up will call for what you really desire. Here's my real coaching stuff. I'm going to give y'all something from coaching. I'm going to give y'all coaching points right here. The lifestyle that you set up will call for what you really desire. When you set up certain ways of life, of living, and how you're going to apply principle in your life, it will call for what you desire, because everything you do will be built around what you desire. And it will call it. When you sleep, it will call it. When you're awake, it will call it. When you visit people, they'll hear you talk about it. Many of you have dreams and goals, but they're only written down. They're not lived. Until you live it, people can't see it. And there's no reason for people to invest in something they can't see. When you don't live it, it means you're not convinced by it. So if you're not convinced by it, then you have no way of convincing me, because I'm very detail oriented. I see everything, I hear everything, I evaluate everything. So if I see where you don't believe in you, then how you want me to believe? Now, I do tend to believe in you more than you believe in yourself, but I can't believe in you enough to invest all of me into you where you haven't invested any of you into you. Got it? Because a lot of people look. Here we go, Geraldine. A lot of people look, but very few people see. Mr. Rick said something last week. That's why I had her speak at the. I said, say something. She said, it's funny how people, and I'll go further than what she said. I'll say it in my words. It's funny how people judge when they don't think you see them. It's funny how people look at you that don't know you see them or you've seen them. What's so hilarious and baffling is people who judge what you'll expose, and they don't know you already know about them, and you don't expose it. Many people look, but very few see. So it was kind of a blessing when she said, listen, I thought about something. Seeing y'all on vacation made me happy for y'all again, because I thought about some of what y'all had been through. I heard you say you went through a depression. You talked about suicide. You were frustrated with life. You didn't want to preach, be a pastor, a husband, a spiritual father, anything. And I realized that we only often call you, text you, inbox you, email you when we have an issue. And one day I was talking to somebody, may have been her, and I said, it's funny how people never say, how are you really doing? But normally when people say that, if you only say it sporadically, you can't be trusted because you're not always around. And most of the time when you ask that question, it's because you saw something you didn't like and you want to address what you didn't like. You're not addressing how the person's really feeling. You're addressing how they made you feel because they aren't the same. I got it, baby. 2024, I got it. Someone made the comment yesterday about last night. T-Mail saw it last night. They said dealing with death, we often are crying because of grief. They said, no, we're not really grieving because we're going to miss them. We grieve because we're going to miss who we are with them. Jesus. We're going to miss, I miss being with my dad. I see pictures of him. I hear his voice. That's fine. I miss what he did. I miss who I was becoming with him. You're going to make me mess up. Because some of y'all cause grief in your own life when people are still alive. Because you try and judge, evaluate, frustrate, and never forgive, move on, and grow up. So you end up missing who you were with them. And you get mad when they go on to be better without you. Many people look, but very few see. I got to move right on. Don't worry. In 2024, God is bringing the people in your life who will see you and not ignore what they see. People get mad when people change. They call it switching up. That's not really what it is, people. I'm showing you how, look, these are ways to walk in favor and win. People are not switching up. What's up, Eric Joseph Dean? Good to see you, man. People are not switching up. What it is, when you act funny, they evaluate what you do permanently. And you get mad because God sends a replacement quickly. God doesn't let them go without because you got an issue. I used to talk about armor bearers in my church, period. I said, I love all of them, but I can't not have somebody who's unavailable. That's how we are in our life. We want people to be available to us 24/7 when we aren't available to people. And it shakes us, so it puts us in a bad spirit where we can't have free favor because our hearts aren't right. Jesus. So God's going to bring people in your life who sees things that everyone else ignored. That's who I'm paying. I'm watching people who are seeing. A lot of people look, but very few see. How we get out here, y'all? We are in another territory. I'm gonna get through. And so let me give you the easiest ways to bounce back. Because you have to realize, somebody typed the word fresh things. Fresh things. I'm coming. Come on. Fresh things. Come on. Fresh things. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Fresh things. I'm sorry. I'm messing up all my music. Fresh things. Fresh things. Yeah. I'm going to tell you what fresh things are. Fresh things are things that you look at that have been refreshed. You got it? I'm going, y'all. If you're on here and you didn't see any hearts, hit some hearts. Here we go. I see you. Jackie C said you launched us into the deep. Hey, I asked your permission first. You type deep. I'm taking you. Here we go. Fresh things. Words that we don't like to hear. Here it is. Here's how you bounce back to walk in favor and win. You deal with humility. Humility is a spirit. Now, some of y'all take notes on yours. Humility, or come back and hear this. Hello, Ashley. Pay attention very closely. Watch this. Humility is a spirit of learning. Doesn't mean you don't know, but it's a spirit of learning, which means you grasp from everything you around to make you better. You're not learning to impress folk who don't like you anyway. Humility is a spirit of learning. I see y'all coming. I see y'all. I see y'all. It's a spirit of learning. Then here it is. And then reality, got it, is the foundation of learning. Come on, Eric Dean. Remember Bishop Woodard would say, Dex, humility is a spirit. It's not an act. When you quiet, yes, sir. God bless you. Yes, sir. He said, they faking. Real humility is a spirit. I got to leave that alone. Reality is the foundation of learning. You have to learn from what's real, not what's assumed. I no longer walk in assumption. Whatever you tell me you are, whatever you want me to believe, I believe it and I go on. Well, I was being funny. That ain't my issue. You wasn't being real. Reality is the foundation of learning. Jackie sees. I see you. Thank you much. I see you. I see you. It's the foundation of learning. I'm going quick, y'all. I ain't gonna be here a long time, I promise. Here we go. And then you gotta deal with responsibility. Responsibility is the first step before you learn. It means I must take responsibility and I have to tell myself, I don't know this. So when I tell myself, or I need to hear this, when I take responsibility, it's the first step of learning. Then I go into reality, it becomes the foundation of learning. Then when I'm in humility, it's the spirit of learning. So I must take the first step of learning. And my first step is admitting I don't know everything. I don't know everything. Got it? Well, Pastor, you act like you know everything. You act like you have answers. No, I tell you what I have answers to, but I've been living 53 years. So when you come to me and you 30, you should expect me to know twice as much as what you know. But when you don't expect people to know more than what you know, then you're already dying. Why? Because you've already learned all you can learn. That means you're no good. That means you're irrelevant to my tomorrow. If you're not teachable and you're not learning and you know all there is to know, then you're irrelevant for my tomorrow. Because I know you now, and I know I don't need my third grade teacher. I need my college teacher. So humility, here we go. I'm going. Reality, responsibility, and then there's improvement. Improvement means the focus of learning. Improvement means I see it already, but I need to bring what I know up. It's the focus. See, it's the only way you're gonna get in favor. You have to deal with these areas of your life. The focus of learning. You got it? You got it. I got to focus. I'm good at what I know, but I have to get to the area. And here's the deal. Even if I'm good at what I know and I'm majoring what I know, if I want to still be relevant, I need to get around people who know more than I know so I can know more than I know. Instead of trying to impress people or be around people who know less than I know to make myself feel good about my nothing place. Jesus. Improvement, the focus of learning. Hope is the motivation of learning. It's when you get around people and say, I'm around you because I'm hoping that my presence is motivating you to teach me something. My presence is motivating you to open up and tell me something. Those are those impartation conversations that I have. When people call me, the way I was able to redo people's finance so easy, we go through the whole finance session. At the very end of it, the prophetic kick in. And we would find money and find way to do it and find a way and show them what they could do if they're disciplined. So the motivation of learning is when you hope. That's it. Thank you, Nita Holloway. Thank you. The hope of learning. Got it? I'm sorry. Hope is the motivation of learning. And then here's the other one. I'm using this word loosely. Teachability. It's the pathway to learning. Because if a person thinks they already know, then they're listening for what you don't know or your mistake so they can judge you. That person's not teachable. That person's insecure. And they're trying to find your negativity to make them feel good about wherever they are in life. Teachability is the pathway of learning. I put myself in a position that I can learn from who I'm around and the conversation. Oftentimes people think, oh, Pastor, that was a good. Sydney is one. We have a wonderful conversation and it's major. And we talking and he think he's teaching me and I'm learning. Because I'm always teachable. I'm learning. I'm hearing, what it takes to do this and the discipline. I'm hearing how you're able to be human and live a life of like working out throughout the whole army and then come home and what things distract you when it was your life already. I hear what things. So then when we come back to a conversation, then I challenge him. I say, I challenge you to lose this much. I challenge you to work out 30 days. I challenge you to do whatever. And you have to do it in between what you're already doing. Because I've heard him, I can go back and reevaluate and give him a proper answer based on what he say his lifestyle is or what he's spoken into existence or the vision he's written. Not about me. It's about him. That's the other problem we have with favor and winning. Most of us can't win because everything we do in life is about us, not about helping anybody else. So teachability is the pathway to learning. The other one, here's one we miss. Adversity. I got to go, Jesus. Adversity is the catalyst for learning. Adversity is the Some of us will not propel ourselves further until we're in adversity. Got it? We won't push past where we are until something happens. We won't seek for a new job. We won't seek when we get a car and it's breaking down, it's leaking oil, it's doing everything. And we'll put antifreeze in the trunk to keep filling it up. We'll put oil in the trunk to keep putting oil in it. We'll climb through the passenger seat to open the front door on the other side. Before we go get a new car, we'll wait until the car breaks down and won't drive, and then we go get a new car. Not realizing, even if you went with the car driving, you went with value that you don't have when it's not driving. So we wait until we have no value, and then we upgrade. But when you upgrade from zero, you keep upgrading to the same place. Zero to the car, zero to the car. But when you go in with a car that's tripping, then even though it's tripping, it's driving, then you have more value when you go in, which means your next upgrade can really be an upgrade and not just you getting something because you're desperate. Because you're desperate. Ashley, you're right. Adversity is the catalyst for learning. She says, it's rough, but it's real. It's rough because most of the time, adversity sometimes is adversity from God is when they're teaching you. But adversity in your own life from you is when you're in pride and you won't make the move because you're in fear or you're impressing people. So God allows things to make you have to learn. That's self-adverse. That's self-inflicted. Self-inflicted. I tell you all the time, if you just be you, you never know who will like you. Some of y'all are so fake, we don't know who you are. You change every week. You change every month. You change seasons like you change clothes. So therefore, you don't know who really likes you. And you're frustrated because you can feel that people know you're not real. Here's another one. Problems. Problems are simply opportunities for learning. Problems only come There's an opportunity so you can learn. A problem is not a problem unless you let it be one. A problem is only a problem as long as you decide not to handle it. Once you decide to handle the problem, it becomes an opportunity for learning or an opportunity for change. You got it? Here we go. Bad experiences. Watch this. This is the perspective for learning. You got it? Did you ever try to type all that in one thing? I've told her about that. Typing the whole, it's too big. Okay. Bad experiences. She on vacation, y'all, so pray for her. Bad experiences is the perspective of learning. Why would you say that? Because what you call a bad experience, somebody else could call a blessing. Watch. Bad experience. I wrecked my car. They paid it off. You got a better car and a check. Perspective. My landlord put me out. I got a better house with a lower house note, doing better. Perspective. My job laid me off, paid me unemployment. I went to school, got a certificate, got a better job that I couldn't have got with them because I didn't have time. Got a better job, streamlined my pay. Now I have a better job with a certificate or with a degree. Perspective. If you keep focusing back, you'll be mad about the experience and you'll miss the perspective that God's trying to show you. My last one. Well, no, it isn't. Change. Here it is. Change is the price of learning. You can't learn nothing if you're not going to change. You have to change. Change is the price of learning. You got it? I'm moving quickly. Oh, it's too long, y'all. And then last one in this area, maturity. That's the value of learning. That's the value. Y'all, I've talked to y'all about how to get yourself prepared for favor. And I think I have to come on Monday or something because I have like 8 points on how to get your favor released. And I have not gotten there yet, but I'm not going there. It's too long. I'm stopping. You have to realize something. Hear me very well. Hear me very well. The other point, they're not points, they're just layouts. But here we go. Here we go. You are more than what you have done. Let me bless somebody before we go. We've all made mistakes. We've all had issues. We've all had dumb days. Nobody's been perfect. God is still perfecting that which concerns you. And he's going to do it until the day of his return. You are more than what you have done. What you've done, if it was bad, you got it? That's fine. Yeah. You are more than what you have done. That's why I said in the beginning, you're more than a conqueror. What you've done did not take you out. You are more than a conqueror. You are more than what you have done. Don't allow what you have done to make you become what you were doing. Got it? You are more than what you have done. It's what it was. It's okay. Let me go to the positive people who are very intellectual about your job and your careers. Okay. You're more than what you've done. You hear me, Eric? You've done hospitality for professionals. You've done hospitality for millionaires. You've served. I met the Landrys who owned everything through you, Eric, sitting at Landry's. I met them at the table that day. So just because now you're not in that area or in that full field, you're still more than what you've done. That what I hear the Holy Ghost. God, dog, I was trying to get off here early. God's deposited more into you than what you're doing. And this next year coming up, December and 2024, God's going to manifest what it is he's deposited. So y'all who willy-nilly doing a whole bunch of stuff, I'm not impressed. You doing 10,000 things, I'm not impressed. You got 8 businesses. If you got 8 businesses, you don't own a home, you're not driving your car, you're not taking vacations, and you don't have overflow money, I'm not impressed. You're just being busy. You must have winning details. You got to focus in on what you're called to do. Can't do 8 things effectively. You can fix 8 streams of income, but you can't do 8 things effectively. You're just doing a bunch of stuff. And it looks good to people who are on your level. But to people who know what it takes to completely, fully execute, it looks like you are just doing something. Yeah. Trust me. Get somebody's opinion about you who's done what you're doing and making the amount of money the way you want to make it. A lot of folk make money, but they don't have it. She said, we sending you back to Jamaica for some more. You on fire. At least it'll cost you less this time because I own it. Here's another one. You have to see life beyond where you are now. The only way that you're going to stay focused and stay excited is to see life beyond where you are now. The only way it's going to be supernaturally joyful is that you see life beyond where you are now. If you keep, that's why the Bible tells you, I will look to the hills from which cometh my help. My help come from the Lord who made the heavens and the earth. If you don't look up, where you are can sometimes be muddy. It can be dirty. You can be sinking. Peter's walking in the water. As long as he looks at Jesus, he's walking. The minute he begins to look at where he is, he sinks. You have to look at life beyond where you are now. You got it? You got to look at life beyond where you are. Let's move on. I'm going to be done. You have to learn to ignore the negative nows. Not nouns, nows. Let me give it to you. Well, yeah, see if somebody type it right. Like now, next. Learn to ignore the negative nows. If you don't ignore them, you will literally try to respond to every negative now you see, or every negative you see now. That's it, Jackie Cease. Ignore the negative nows. If it's not something that's major in your life, you have to, if you don't ignore it, the devil will make footsteps out of nows. Watch this now. I'm going to show you what's been happening in some of your life. I feel the Holy Ghost right here. Some of you, the devil has been, if God is over here saying, I'm leading you to harvest and abundance, right? The devil has been placing your nows this way. And because you are, like I used to be, a people person and a heart person, you tend to try to deal with every now because you want everybody to be positive. You deal with every negative now. It leads you the opposite way than from now to your next. Because the devil plants people, places, and things. That's a noun. To lead you to your negative nows, which leaves you away from what God has planned for you. That's why you got to walk in favor and win. You got it? Because winning is not only a lifestyle, it's an attitude. Got it? I'm on in, y'all. Winning is a mindset, not a hashtag. It's a mindset, not just a hashtag. And so later I'll come back maybe next week or maybe in the middle of the week and I'll give you how to release your favor. It's nothing major. You got all the major points. These are simple things like serving others, laugh often, embrace others, cultivate an attitude, stay humble. I'll give you those later. We'll talk about releasing favor. But those who are in the winning section, getting ready for December, January. December's going to be free. January, February, March, if you did the other 3 months, get ready for that. But listen, I want to encourage you today. I want to encourage you to hold on. Keep your head up. Focus on what it is. If you're on here and have not touched the like or love button, hit the like, the love, or just send me a hug. If you don't like me, you don't love me, just send me a hug. This is what blows me away. I got people now that I absolutely love, but I don't like. Why? Because they don't like me or love me. But I still love them. I'm going to make sure I'm one up. I'm going to love them like Christ loved the church. And so I'm pushing you to understand you can keep loving people because one day they'll look back and remember, dang, I was loved and I didn't even know it. But you want to look back and say, I missed the opportunity to love that person. I watched the Bishop Carlton Pearson service yesterday, and there's one today, and I was like, wow. People ask me a question, what do you feel about it? I say, I feel like we don't have to be a person's bishop or pastor to be a person's friend. Here's what's crazy. We'll friend our coworkers that are devil worshipers, that are, different denominations, that are racist, that are many things. And we'll friend them because they're giving us $1 for our time. And then someone who have a difference of opinion about their own spirituality and wants to teach people who will listen, for them to throw him away not as a bishop, but as a friend, was very disheartening for somebody who has a heart. I promise you, because if they catch a bishop with a boy or a girl, they're going to want somebody to be friend enough to friend them. I'm baffled because people now judge your spirituality and then change your friendship status. You were never a friend in the first place. I realize now you just riding on my favor. You do the minimal of what it takes to do what you were doing, to say, at least I'm doing this. This is my responsibility. Cool. Wasn't a friendship in the first place. I realize that now. Jackie C say even family. Jackie C's, you're right. Family, friends, people, period. I'm not willing to jeopardize my favor anymore for anybody. Took too long to get here, too hard to get here, been through too much, should have lost too much, could have lost too much. And if that doesn't impress you, then I don't need you in my life. If a person isn't impressed with your go-through, then that person was never for you. Why would you say that? Because here's the reason. If you went through hell and the person is not impressed with your go-through, then they thought hell would have took you out. And when it didn't, they were disappointed. Oh, sorry. Walking in a winning anyway life. God bless y'all. I love y'all. That his funeral messed me up yesterday. He's having to have two kinds of funerals because people are divided in their religion. And that's cool. But was anybody a friend? That's my thing. I'm grateful for my real friends. People who made a choice to be a friend. And you're not friend because you're blood, go to my church, because you hang out, because you know me, because you get good restaurants, I give good advice, or I make you feel good about who you are. Thank you for being a friend, even in my stupidity. One day you're going to need one. Hope you have some more. This is Life Pastor Kyle signing out. It's been an amazing day. Hope you enjoy the journey to a winning anyway life. We'll see you here again. Maybe Monday will come on. Maybe Tuesday. I don't know. You'll know ahead of time. Let you know. It's been my pleasure. It's been my joy to be in your Winning Anyway Friday. Let's make it a wonderful December. God bless. Peace.